Hey folks, going to be doing a quick little unboxing here of Forgotten Waters. This is a game from Plaid Hat Games. I think it's a second game in the Crossroads series. The first game was Dead to Winter. This is a zombie themed game, and it was more of a survival resource gathering game with zombies, basically, with a hidden. I don't want to say hidden traitor, but everybody had their own little hidden personal quest that they were trying to do that may or may not have been cohesive to a group, to working in a group. This is different from that. This also came out a while ago, but I just finally got a copy of it. So let's just go ahead and open this up. This is basically, in this game, you are playing a crew on a pirate ship, and each player is going to play a different member of the crew, and you're going to play through various games. So I've got a rule book here. It is glossy paper. It is a very short rule book. It is only 7-8 pages, with a pirate name generator on the back. Pretty straightforward. I have read through it. Explained everything for the most part pretty well. I don't remember having very many questions. You do have to get an app, and there is not, the weird thing is it's not a app that's in an app store. You can go to their website and use the app that way. There's also a way to basically download that app onto your device, where it just downloads an offline copy of the web engine, or the set of websites on how it works. So you're not going to find it in the App Store. It's probably just a way for them to avoid having to pay to put their app up in the App Store. But anyways, you will need the app. Then you have a two different sheets here. One is the ship's scribe, ship's log, where you're going to track the name of the ship, the different scenarios, the various things you get through. And then basically everybody's going to have a different pirate sheet here. They have different constellations on them, and various things to track attributes and whatnot, and the different endings. You have the location book. This is the meat and potatoes of the game. This shows your different locations, what you're going to be able to do at each location, and what order they go through. So I'm not going to open this up to avoid any kind of spoilers, but it is it's not super thick, but there's quite a bit in there. Then we have all the different pirate trackers. Basically, each person is going to have one of these. I think there's meant to be 5 or 6 players, 6, I guess. That you have to play. You basically have to play with that many players. Or you have to play with that many characters. So if you have less than that number of people, somebody's going to have to play multiple roles. Then you have a little hexagonal board. Looks like a tattered map piece, kind of, with the sea. Then you have all kinds of different cardboard components. You got some money, some event markers. You have player standees, some scrolling crossbone tokens, various other different tokens to track different things. Small card decks, so there were 2 decks of those cards, smaller cards, and then hexagonal tiles, as well as some other tiles. There is a set of dice. Each player gets a color dice that matches their pirate roll, but they are D12s. They're all the same size. They're a little smaller, but they'll get the job done. And then that's it. That's it for the game. There's nothing under the insert. I did check that. Gonna get all this put back in here as best I can. What was I gonna say? The game does have, and it didn't come with a sand timer. You're supposed to use a timer that's in the app. There is a section of the game basically where You, as a crew, are deciding what places you want to visit in a location. So there's going to be a number of different locations you can go to. You can only go to one, and they're essentially, the way it's laid out in the location book is there will be a sort of I don't even think there's a brief description. It's just like the name of the location. There might be a little brief blurb under that, and then there's a more detailed description of what you actually do. In the rules, they say ignore the detailed description. Just base where you want to go off of the name of the location and the little blurb that may or may not be under the name of the location. You basically have like 30 seconds as a team to decide where you're going. Each player decides independently where you, I think it was 30 seconds. It might be 45. But where you want to go to each location, everybody has to pick a location to go to. If time runs out and somebody hasn't picked, then there are penalties and that type of stuff. But be aware that there is that little time-based mechanic. I've not looked online to see if there's a way just to not use it. I'm sure, it's not going to hurt anything not to, but it might make the game go on longer in terms of people sitting there studying. Oh, let's look at what each individual location does versus, again, just looking at the name and, oh, that sounds just interesting. I'm going to try to go there. So I understand why they kind of put that mechanic in. I don't know how well it'll fly, but I guess we'll see. And you play through a number of games, I believe. Not sure if it says on here how many games. 2 to 4 hours, 3 to 7 players. I don't remember how many games it said there were in a campaign, essentially. But this was Forgotten Waters from Plaid Hat Games. Thanks for watching.